Hello, Sudoku friends. Welcome to another sudokuexchange.com puzzle. Today, a medium level difficulty puzzle. I'm a little bit pressed for time today. The weather is beautiful. I think spring is finally here. And I have two things I want to do this afternoon. I want to take out my motorcycle for a little joyride. And I'm also going to take my camera out for some B-roll video around my neighborhood. So let's make this short and sweet. It's a medium level puzzle. It's supposed to be quite easy. And just looking at it while I'm speaking with you convinces me that this is in fact a very easy puzzle. Without further ado, let's look here. There's a 7 blocking over and another 7 blocking over and 1 blocking up. So a 7 goes here. 2 7s blocking down, 7 blocking over, 7 therefore goes here. More sevens blocking down here and up here, over here and over here. Here's another 7. And actually that is the last 7 for this grid. The 1 blocks down, the 1 blocks up, the 1 blocks over, 1 therefore must go here. So 3 blocking over and 1 more 3 blocking over. So here's a 3. This square must be a 4, and it must be a 4 because this 4 blocks up. Therefore, one of these is a 4 blocking over. This 4 blocks up. Therefore, one of these is a 4 blocking over. So a 4 must go in this square here. And this 4 blocks down. This also blocks down. This 4 blocks across. So a 4 must go here. A 6 is blocking over, and therefore one of these is a 6, and therefore one of these must be a 6. We know that a 1 must go in one of these two squares because this one blocks these squares. We also need a 4 for the top row, and the 4 also blocks the same two squares, and this 4 blocks these two squares. So these two squares must be a 4 and a 1, making these a 2 and an 8. And therefore these two must be a 6 and a 9. We have a 9 blocking up, making this a 6 and this a 9. These being a 1 and a 4 makes this a 6 and an 8. There's a 6 blocking over, so the 8 goes here and the 6 here. Only one square left here, and that of course must be an 8. These 3 squares now must be a 1, 2 and a 4. This 6 blocks down, this 6 blocks over, therefore a 6 must go here or here. And therefore here or here. We also have a 6 here or here. That means that a 6 for this row 4 must go either here or here. We also need an 8 for one of these 3 squares because this 8 blocks down, this blocks over, making one of these an 8. And actually we have an 8 blocking over here and an 8 blocking down here. So one of these is an 8. And because we also have 4s blocking over, the other digit here must be a 4. So we have a 4 and an 8 pair here. And since we have already established that a 6 must go in one of these two squares, and this square now must be a 4 or an 8, it's clear that this is going to be the 6. We also had over here a 6 in one of these two squares. Now the 6 blocks over, so we know the 6 is going to go here. 2, 8 and 9 now for these squares. There's a 9 blocking up here. There's a 9 blocking here. So here's a 9, and this is now a 2, 8, and this is a 2, 8. But we do have a 2 already blocking this square, which therefore must be an 8, and this must be a 2. last digit here has got to be an 8. Across here we need a 1, 3, and a 5. Oh, by the way, this 1 blocks up here, so the 4 must go here and the 1 here. I just saw that. The 1 blocks down, the 1 blocks down, 1 blocks over, 1 goes here. We do remember these two had to be a 4 and an 8, don't we? Now the 4 blocks down, making this a 4 and this an 8. This 8 blocks down, so does this. This blocks across, so an 8 must go here. Now we need a 2, 3, and a 5 for these squares. And this is a 5, of course, because it's the last digit missing from column 1. Here we need a 1 and a 3. Also a 1 here or here. The only square in column 5 that can actually be a 1 is this one here, because all these other 3 squares are blocked by 1s. Now we are looking for a 2 and a 4 for these squares. And here we're looking for a 2, 9, and a 3. 9 blocks over, so here's an easy 9. This is now a 2 and a 3. That means that these squares can't be 3. Therefore, this square must be a 3. And these two now must be a 5 and a 6. The 6 blocks down, 5 goes here and the 6 here. What did I say that these were a 2 and a 3? That makes these a 4 and an 8. Here's only one missing digit, and it looks to be a 5. 5 blocks down, 5 blocks over, 5 goes here. 5 blocks over, so does this 5 blocks down, so a 5 goes here. And therefore, a 5 must go here. Only 2 squares missing here now. They must be a 2 and a 6. Speaking about 6s, this 6 blocks down, this blocks over, so a 6 goes here. And this square now must be a 2, making this up here a 2 and this a 4, I believe. And therefore this must be a 4. These two must still be a 3 and a 2. And these are a 3 and a 2. You look at that. Well, since these are 2 and a 3, we know that this must be an 8. Which blocks up? This 8 blocks over, so does this, and this blocks down, so an 8 goes here. Now we're looking for 3 and a 1 for these squares. The 1 must go here because this 1 blocks over and this blocks over, so a 1 goes here and the 3 goes here. And this must now be a 1. 2, 3, and 6 here. 6 blocks down, so one of these is a 6. 2 and 6. So obviously this is a 3. And this must be the 6, and this must be the 2, and this must be another 3, making this a 3 and this a 2. Only 2 digits missing here. One of them must be a 9. This 9 blocks up, so the 9 has got to go here and the 2 here. This 2 now blocks down, making this a 2 and this a 3. I know this must have felt like a small vacation today. This puzzle was very easy, but I didn't expect other from a medium level puzzle. I hope that you enjoyed it though, and I hope to see you back again here for more very soon. Bye for now.